Okay, now let's talk about just a little bit of sadness, a little bit of sadness here with regards to Secret Wars. We gotta watch a little video together and then kind of talk about it.
Should I put a bet on you guys eventually helming Secret Wars? What do you advise me and my bookie?
What do you advise us?
It's so funny because to be clear, there are no conversations, right?
Okay, so because as we tape this, Comic-Con's about to happen. You're not about to step on stage and announce that you're directing Secret Wars.
No, we're not. I mean, we haven't had conversations with those guys about anything that they're up to because we've been intensely busy with our own schedule. We just always answer that. We just always answer truth.
Okay, so first of all, like I know Joe's about to tell you, like we always answer truthfully. He is absolutely lying here. Does everybody know why we know he's lying here? Does anybody know why? What was the piece of evidence that came out that proves that this is a lie? Okay, I'll remind you. The reason we know that this is a lie is because during the lawsuit between Scarlett Johansson and Disney, the Russos leaked it to the press, although we don't know for sure that they leaked it to the press, but regardless, it came out in the press that they are currently negotiating with Marvel and that could be thrown into jeopardy because of the lawsuit. This was a move done, in my opinion, because the Russo brothers were trying to apply the pressure of their brand to the lawsuit with Scarlett, okay? So it's all good, baby. Hollywood's full of liars, and it's all good. We still love these guys, but let's watch this again with that in mind, okay?
If I were a betting man, should I put a bet on you guys eventually helming Secret Wars? What do you advise me and my bookie?
What do you advise us?
It's so funny because to be clear, there are no conversations. Right?
Okay, so because as we tape this, Comic-Con's about to happen. You're not about to step on stage and announce that you're directing Secret Wars.
No, we're not.
Okay, let's stop there. Possible chance here that Marvel does mention Secret Wars at San Diego Comic-Con because of what he said there, where he said, no, we're not. You know what I mean? Implying that it's possible that Marvel would do that. And I also think that, and look, we're way in the weeds here of like trying to read what they're actually saying and shit like that. Like this is right up there with going through Hugh Jackman's Instagram for 40 minutes to figure out if he's in Wolverine shape. Shut your mouth, buckle up your butthole. This is what we do here. Okay, so calm down. I also think it's interesting that Anthony asks, what do you think we should do? To me, what this is implying is that Marvel definitely wants to do Secret Wars. We know from the Jim Shooter thing, they're absolutely working on it. I believe these two gentlemen have been in talks, and I think that's a lie. But what he says at the beginning there kind of makes it seem like, to me, maybe the Russos really don't know if they want to come back and do Secret Wars. And I think that is probably pretty honest because we've heard them not in just the past couple of months making different comments when it comes to Gray Man Theater and all these different things, but also them just talking about before, I don't know if we really want to do this, we would come back, but blah, blah, blah. We love those guys, but I don't know. And so I think that it's a massive undertaking for them, of course, to do a Secret Wars movie or to do a couple of Secret Wars movies, maybe even a trilogy, right? And so maybe it is one of those situations where they're like, we don't know if we want to do this. And they also don't know if they want to do it in this new negotiation thing. Like around the time of the Scarlet thing, it was reported that they were worried about their own compensation and like how that would work and like Disney, et cetera, et cetera. So, but let's keep going here.
I mean, we haven't had conversations with those guys about anything that they're up to because we've been intensely busy with our own schedule. We just always answer that. We just always answer truthfully when we're asked, would you work with them? Of course we would. We adore them. What would you like to do? Secret Wars. It was our favorite series growing up,
Right.
And then I think it always gets turned into a bigger story. But to be clear, there is no story.
Yeah, okay. So it's interesting because on the one hand, like this super duper throws cold water on the fact that they would come out and be announced, okay? But it doesn't necessarily mean that Secret Wars itself won't happen or be announced or be teased. at Comic-Con. And look, there's a ton of dope shit that's coming at Comic-Con. 100%. I think we're in for some really cool stuff. Probably some mutant stuff, if I had to guess, right? But one of the big issues that I think is currently facing the MCU, and this is something that a lot of people talk about. It may have something to do with Phase 4 sort of weaker, start, or, where we're at with all of that. It's the lack of a plan. It's the lack of an end point. It's the lack of like, oh, this is where all of this is going. You know what I mean? So without that, I don't know, man. It becomes difficult to be like, oh, shit, Gore did this. Maybe that has to do with this. And then, boom, Secret Wars. Like, nah, Gore didn't do shit, bro. Gore came in, gave you a wave and a smile, and then he's out. That's it. Christian Bale ain't coming back. You know what I mean? So I think it would actually really be good for Marvel if on Saturday they do drop a little Secret Wars, baby.